A few weeks ago, I had a customer roll into the shop with a question his BMW dealer couldn't answer. Not because it was some rare mechanical fault. It was a setting, something buried in the car's software that the service advisor had never even heard of, let alone knew how to explain. That got me digging. And once I started pulling apart what's actually sitting inside these cars' menus, I didn't find one hidden setting. I found 5. Some of them change how your engine and transmission behave. Some of them are sitting there dormant, fully built into the car, just waiting to be switched on. And every single one of them is something most dealerships either don't mention or genuinely don't know exists. I'm going to walk you through all 5 in plain English, so you know exactly what your BMW is quietly doing, or capable of doing, right now.
Feature 1. Your engine is disconnecting from your transmission while you drive.
Here's the moment. You're cruising at 60 miles an hour. You lift off the accelerator and your RPM needle drops straight to idle, while you're still moving at highway speed. Not slowing down hard, not stalling, just rolling, with the engine barely turning over. If you've ever caught that out of the corner of your eye and thought something was wrong with your car, nothing was. That's a BMW function called coasting, and on the ZF 8-speed automatic, the transmission in most 3 Series, 5 Series, X3, X5, and 7 Series built over the last decade, the transmission is physically decoupling the engine from the drivetrain the moment it doesn't need engine braking, not reduces power. Fully disconnects, the same way a manual sits in neutral. On mild hybrid models, the engine can shut off entirely during that window and restart the instant you touch the pedal. Older automatics never did this. A traditional torque converter transmission keeps the engine turning against the drivetrain the entire time you're off the throttle, creating drag that BMW's engineers specifically designed this system to eliminate. It's a genuine efficiency win. And almost nobody driving one of these cars actually knows it's happening, because it was never a marketing headline, just quiet background engineering. Here's the part your dealer skips. This only runs in Eco Pro and, on most models, Comfort mode. Leave the car in Sport out of habit, which a lot of BMW owners do simply because it feels better, and the engine stays mechanically locked in the whole time. You're paying for a fuel-saving function you're never actually using, and nobody at delivery is going to point that out to you. And every recouple happens through the transmission's clutch packs. Real engagement, dozens of times a drive, invisible from the driver's seat. It's exactly why this transmission isn't a lifetime fill item, no matter what a window sticker implies. If you're overdue, the ZF Lifeguard Fluid 8 is the correct spec. Worth confirming your interval with an independent shop rather than assuming sealed for life means never. This is also why 2 identical BMWs, same model year, same engine, can feel completely different to drive. One owner spends most of their time in Sport, so the engine stays locked to the drivetrain constantly. The other lives in Comfort or Eco Pro, coasting for long stretches every single drive, putting far more cycles on those clutch packs over the same number of miles. Same car on paper, very different wear pattern underneath. But this next one is even more misunderstood, because it's not something your car is doing. It's something your car might already be capable of and simply never told you about.
Feature 2. The steering. Feel your car may already be wired for.
This is the closest thing to a genuine hidden feature on this whole list. Servotronic is BMW's speed-sensitive power steering. What'd you buy it? Light at parking lot speeds, firm at highway speed. On some trims it's standard. On others it was a factory checkbox, meaning the steering rack, the valve, and the wiring harness were still installed at the factory, regardless of whether the original buyer paid to have it switched on. Independent coding specialists have documented this model by model for years. The hardware is frequently sitting there, fully wired, doing nothing, because a single line in the car's coding was never activated. You can often check your own build sheet or option list and see whether the option was ordered on your specific car, which tells you whether the capability might already be built into what you're driving right now. Activating or adjusting it isn't a DIY menu toggle. It takes a qualified shop with the right coding software. And getting it wrong leaves you with inconsistent assist that doesn't behave properly at certain speeds. This isn't a 5-minute fix, but if your steering has ever felt heavier at low speed than you'd like, or a dealer's told you a feature isn't available on your car, it's worth knowing the capability might already be sitting in the wiring, waiting for someone with the right tools to switch it on. This isn't a rare edge case either. Servotronic was optioned inconsistently across trims and model years for a long time, which means there's a real chance the exact car you're sitting in right now was built with everything it needs to run this system, and simply left the factory with it switched off to hit a lower price point on a base trim. It's the kind of gap between what a car can do and what a dealer tells you it can do that rarely gets closed unless someone goes looking for it. I laid out every dormant option like this by model in the complete BMW Longevity Bible. Quick links in the description if you want to check your own car against it. This next one is where most owners get it completely wrong because it's the one thing everybody assumes they understand about their transmission. And almost nobody actually does. Feature 3. Your transmission is quietly learning how you drive. Your BMW's transmission isn't running one fixed shift program. It's continuously adjusting clutch pressure and shift timing based on how you actually drive, smooth and relaxed or hard on the throttle, and storing those learned values in the transmission control module. Over time, it builds a profile of your specific driving habits and shifts accordingly. That sounds like a nice feature until you realize what it means in practice. A car with a rough previous owner or a transmission that's simply gotten older can end up remembered into hesitant, clunky shifting that has nothing to do with worn parts. The transmission learned bad habits, and it kept them. Hard downshifts, early gear changes, a hesitation right when you expect a smooth pull away from a stop. This is exactly why a used BMW can shift roughly under one owner and smoothly under the next, with 0 parts replaced. The mechanical hardware never changed. What changed is the transmission relearning a new set of habits from a new driver. A proper adaptation reset clears those stored values and lets the transmission start over, relearning fresh from how you actually drive it. It's routine. Dealers do it constantly during service work, and it doesn't damage anything. But it's rarely explained to the person buying a used BMW, or to the owner who's been quietly frustrated by shifts that used to feel smoother than they do now, assuming something mechanical must be wrong when the real issue is sitting in stored memory, not in the hardware itself. There's a nuance worth knowing before you go looking for this online. An adaptation reset and a simple pedal-based reset trick that circulates on forums are not the same thing. One genuinely clears the learned values stored in the transmission control module. The other mostly resets throttle response and leaves the deeper shift memory untouched, which is why some owners try it and feel nothing change. If your transmission has actually started shifting rough, hesitation pulling away, early or hard downshifts that didn't used to happen, that's a conversation worth having with an independent shop that can do the adaptation reset properly, ideally alongside a fluid service, so the transmission is relearning against fresh fluid rather than old fluid on top of a fresh memory wipe. Feature 4, the diagnostic menu, hiding behind your instrument cluster. And this one actually changes what you can safely see about your own car without touching anything you shouldn't. Most BMWs from the early iDrive era onward have an engineering level menu behind the screens you use every day. Live coolant temperature, live battery voltage, individual module status, diagnostic test screens. Most owners never see for the entire time they own the car. It's the same category of data a technician glances at during a service visit, but almost never explains to the customer waiting in the lobby. I'm not handing you a button sequence for it, because the method changes by model, generation, and software version. What works on one 5 Series does nothing on a 3 Series 2 years newer, and BMW has quietly closed the door on some of the newest builds entirely. The wrong steps for your car just leave you poking around a menu that can change settings you didn't mean to touch. The safer route to the same information, a BMW-specific scan tool like the Foxwell T53, shows you that same live module data and fault history on demand in a clean interface built for exactly this, without the guesswork of hunting down a combination that may not even apply to your car. You get the information technicians rely on, without the risk of accidentally changing something you can't undo. And this last one actually affects how your car locks itself, every single time you walk up to it. Feature 5. The door relock. Nobody ever explains.
You walk up, hit unlock, get distracted by your phone for 10 seconds, and your BMW quietly relocks itself before you've opened a door.
That's not a malfunction. Buried in vehicle settings under doors and windows is an automatic door lock setting, and on configured models, it closes the window for someone to open an unlocked door while you're not paying attention, a real common theft method in parking lots and driveways. Most owners never find out this is happening on purpose. They just notice their car locking itself for no reason and assume something's wrong, sometimes even mentioning it at a service appointment as a complaint rather than a feature. Whether it's active and how long the timer runs varies by model and region, so it's worth checking your own menu rather than assuming. It's a small setting, but it's a fitting place to end because it sums up almost everything on this list. BMW builds this logic quietly into the background of the car, and unless something breaks or feels off, nobody ever walks you through what's actually running underneath. A dealer walkthrough covers the seats, the infotainment screen, maybe the key fob. It almost never covers the dozen small automated decisions your car is making every time you approach it, drive it, or walk away from it. 5 settings. Some shape how your car behaves every time you drive it. Some sit there fully built, waiting for someone to explain they exist at all. None of it shows up on a maintenance checklist or a dealer walkthrough, and most of it stays invisible for the entire time most people own their BMW. If you want the full breakdown organized by system, every setting like this and the intervals that actually matter for keeping a BMW running past 200,000 miles, that's the complete BMW Longevity Bible. It's laid out so you can go straight to your own model and see exactly what applies. Links in the description. Tell me in the comments which one of these your BMW was already doing without you knowing. And if you want the next hidden setting most owners never find, subscribe. There's more where this came from.